Welcome back to our minor league pregame show as we move closer to the start of Eastern League action with tonight's installment of the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Al Kaline will be in the glow as he enters this one, having carried his team offensively last time out. He drove in a bunch of runs and really looked dialed in with runners in scoring position.
Yeah, that was one of those games he won't forget for some time to come. He was at the plate in some really important situations, and man, did he pull through. I'd say he kind of single-handedly changed the course of the game, and although that performance will be a tough one to match in this one, I know his manager and teammates are hoping he's got some more magic left in that bat.
All right, the guys and I will be back to get this one started on the show right after this. MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the Binghamton Mets and the Erie Seawolves. And before we get too much further, here's a look at each manager's starting lineup here for the opener. Al Kaline will get his first shot here, and you can see that average pushing 400 to this point in the season. First pitch swinging here as this ball's hit toward the hold and through into left for a leadoff single. And make it an even 10 games in a row he's hit in now, as that bat has really come alive of late. Dave Duncan will stand in, and that average has to be a source of pride for him early on. He's got it up over 350 to start the new season. Opposite field, high and deep to right. And on the first pitch he sees, it's a home run. A two-run blast to straightaway right field, and it's now a 5-2 game. Al Kaline will stride in again. He singled and later scored his first time.
All right, come on now.
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away.
Hey, we got one. Hey, play the first.
Swinging a high chopper. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
Well, everything looked okay here on the pickup and transfer, but then you see him just fire this thing straight.
Al Kaline will dig in, needing to find a way to get that go-ahead run in from second base. Here's the first pitch. Now it's swinging a soft liner. In time to first, and there are two away. Al Kaline will look to turn his fortunes around. Just 1 for 6 thus far. And this ball swung on and hit to center field, and this should do it. Koch is there to make the catch, and with that, the ball game is over.
And I, for one, thought this game would never end. I mean, I've seen basketball games that were lower scoring than this. But you know what? Give these guys credit. They were able to finally get the job done.
Time for one last check of the line score in this extra innings victory. Welcome back to our minor league pregame show as we move closer to the start of Eastern League action with tonight's installment of the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Al Kaline will be in the glow as he enters this game riding a 10-game hitting streak. Steve, what do you think about his chances of extending it in this game?
Well, Matt, we all know that these streaks are always tough to keep going, especially when people start to catch on that they're actually happening. Plus, the pressure just keeps rising the longer they get. Now, this isn't really that long a streak by any means, so I doubt that he's feeling any pressure yet. I think he's just really having fun with it. But if he continues to stick to that same approach he's had over the last 10, I think he's got a good shot to keep it going for a little while longer. And you know, it always helps if you get that hit out of the way in your very first at-bat. So we'll see if he can get that done in this one.
Okay, we're looking forward to this one. Lineups and first pitch on the show coming up next. Time for minor league baseball here on the show as we set our sights on the Double-A Eastern League. Tonight, Game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Binghamton Mets and the Erie Seawolves. Kaline will stand in, and look at that average, up over 370 to start the ball game.
Hey, stay high now. All right, come on now.
Swing and a rocket to third, and he'll have himself a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly, so it's runners at first and second now with one man out. Kaline will dig in here. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far.
There we go. Hey, come on now.
Now here's the first pitch. Line to left, but pretty much right at. Kaline will dig in here with the bases loaded now, and their best opportunity yet to get on the board.
They've had a few chances and come up empty, so they can't let this one get away from them.
Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. The catch is made deep in the alley, and here comes the runner from third.
Well, he's going to wind up with an RBI on this ball, but I got to think that he was imagining extra bases after this ball left his bat. That's a nice play out there in the alley.
MLB The Show's coverage of minor league baseball is on the air as we continue our tour around the minor league. Tonight we wrap up this 3-game weekend series between the Binghamton Mets and the Erie Seawolves. Kaline will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth. Now here's a hard hit ball caught out there at second base.
This ballpark is really played large tonight, and you know we've seen a few balls right now really get knocked down out there.
Here's the first offering. Kaline stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty darn good job against him in this series.
Lunging at a changeup that time, and he pops it up near second, and he's retired 1 away. Time for minor league baseball here on the show as we set our sights on the Double-A Eastern League. Tonight we get the week started with the first of 4 between the Altoona Curve and their Pennsylvania rivals on the Great Lakes, the Erie Seawolves. Kaline will stand in here, and like so many others, hitless in the shutout last night. And a good spot for that pitch is it's chopped foul.
Hey, let's go right here. Hey, drive it deep, big dog. Here you go.
Now a hard liner towards short. In there, a base hit.
Sometimes when you're aggressively minded at the plate, you don't always have to get a strike to hit the ball hard. I mean, I don't think this pitch is even in the strike zone, but he still manages to square it up well and drive it for a base hit.
Victor Sanchez is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Now a ball hit back up the middle, And that's through into center field, base hit. And the opening salvo is fired here as they take a 1-0 lead. Abe Duncan will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
Now here's a spot with a run home already. That looks nice on the scoreboard. But if you could put up a 2 or even a 3 spot here in the first, that could really go a long way against a guy like this.
Oh, got him to swing out of his shoes on that one. 0-2. Grounded foul. Still 2 strikes. And a big strikeout there. They'll leave a couple of runners on base. Kaline will lead things off here in the home half of the fourth. First pitch to him. Now a swing and a fly ball hit fairly well out to deep center field. Bird is there to make the catch, and the home half of the fourth starts with a 1-pitch out. Kaline will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
And this whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run, that's it.
On the first pitch of the inning is lined into left field, a leadoff single.
Well,
Kaline will get another shot now, 2 for 3 in the game. Here's the first pitch. And he grooves the fastball there. This is hit high and deep out to straightaway center field. But he will make the catch on the dead run as he tracks it down just shy of the... From your exclusive home for minor league baseball, MLB The Show is on the air. Today, game 2 of this 4-game set between the Altoona Curve and the Erie Sea. Kaline will dig in. He popped out in foul territory his first time. And here's a fastball that he takes the other way out to fairly deep right. Ramirez is there, and they go down in a hurry. Kaline will dig in again. He popped up in his first plate appearance and flew out last time around. First things first, here's a throw over. And he'll get back in safely. Here's the first offering. And there's a fastball that's hammered the other way to deep right field. And gone! A home run! A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Number 10 for him on the year. And they have taken the lead. It's now 3-2.
all day long we've been talking about how good his location's been. You're going to see where this one was on show track. That's a rare mistake here. That one's going to wind up costing him 2 runs.
Kaline will stand in again as we flash it back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going.
Hey, we got 2. See it, drive it. Let's go right here.
Now a throw over. Oh, and he overshoots his first baseman as it's over his head.
All right, boy, all right, here we go.
Now a fastball is lifted into the air to shallow center. And that will conclude matters here. So a good ball game is what we just watched. With runs hard to come by, it makes it much easier to find our difference maker, and this was the man, no doubt. He's our top player in the game.
Yeah, he only had one hit, but definitely made it count. Big home run that turned out to be the decisive blow in the ball.
Time for minor league baseball here on the show as we set our sights on the Double-A Eastern League. Today, Game 3 of this 4-game series between the Altoona Curve and the Erie Seawolves. Kaline will stand in now, hoping to turn things around as he's stuck in a bit of a cold spell these past 5 ball games. Now a swing and a ground ball. And this will stay inside the third base bag, a fair ball.
As we look at that again, you know, this is not a bad pitch by any stretch. If he throws this pitch 10 times, I bet he gets him out 9 of them. But here you just have to tip your cap to the guy.
Welcome back to our minor league pregame show as we move closer to the start of Eastern League action with tonight's installment of the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Kaline is in that spotlight as he's on a serious hot streak right now. You can see his numbers over the last month, and he was arguably one of the most impressive minor league prospects in all of baseball.
No doubt about it, Matt. And you know, he's not really considered to be one of the organization's top prospects, so that makes his recent performance even more impressive and even more intriguing. I think this organization thinks he can turn out to be a productive big leaguer someday, and it's looking more and more like that's a very real possibility. It's important, though, of course, to keep in mind that this is a relatively small sample size, but if this continues, I would bet he'll start to be seen as one of the more prized prospects in this organization's system, if not all of the minor leagues.
All right, pregame festivities are wrapping up. The show's continuing coverage of Eastern League Baseball is on the air. Game 1 here in the month of May between the Altoona Curve and the Erie Seawolves. Kaline will get his first shot here, and he certainly had it working so far this season, up over 350 entering play. Now a ball grounded to short. This could be 2. On to first, and it's double play, though that first run of the ball game.
Pitching up to the fastball, and you're physically fine. A lot of times that means your problem is you're indecisive. You're not sure what you're trying to do at the plate. You're not confident. You're not.
And the route is on now. It's a home run. A 2-run blast to straightaway right field. Number 11 for him on the season as they push this lead up to 9 now.
This is going to be a fastball here, and it's on the outside third of the plate. But look at him just reach those arms out, stay back, and drive this thing the other way. Now, this didn't stay fair by much, but if you can